Hello, Rob from Fountain Pen Journey. Today's going to be an interesting video. It's going to be me trying to penable my my non-fountain pen using wife, and let's see how it goes. I've got a selection of different pens. Some are cheap, some are more expensive, some are good writers, some aren't good writers. So I'm going to go through this range of pens, basically hand them to my wife, see what she thinks of the looks of them, the weight, colours, style, that type of thing, and also then do a little bit of a writing sample with each one. So there's all sorts of stuff going to be in this video. I think it's going to be quite amusing because my wife likes these things. Ballpoint pens. Yeah, great, aren't they? No. So, would you like to say hello first off?
Hello.
Yeah, there we go. We said hello. We're just going to crack on and get straight into this. So, if I hand you the first pen.
Don't you want me to talk about this pen?
Do you want to talk about that pen?
Yeah. This is the kind of pen I use. We have a lot of these. I don't know why. Well, probably nicked them somewhere.
Yeah, that was a freebie somewhere at one of the conferences.
And this is my favourite kind of pen to write with. Well, I just don't understand fountain pens really. Why would you do that really? When you can just have a normal pen that's convenient and easy, you can just pick up. And also, it doesn't scratch on the paper when you write, and I don't have to fill it up with ink, and it writes neat. I write nice and neatly with it. Okay, fair enough. Should I do the writing demo with this first?
Yeah, go on.
My writing's going to look stupid with those pens. So I have quite a nice writing. What do I have to write?
The Quick Brown Fox.
Yeah.
Jumps over the lazy dog. So, there you see, yeah, nice writing. Okay, let's start off with one of the fountain pens that most people start off as a beginner with. This is it's actually the 2020 special edition Lamy All-Star. So what do you think of the design of that pen? And this is going to divide you.
I think the colour is hideous. I think that the kind of person that would use this pen is very flamboyant, and this colour type of pen says I want attention.
Oh.
Do you use this pen?
Yeah, not at work.
Not at work?
No.
No. Where do you use it then?
Use it here at home.
Just at home?
Just at home, yeah.
But you wouldn't take that to work?
No. No, it's too
I want attention.
Yeah, it's too colourful.
Yeah, so we kind of agree on that.
Yeah.
What do you want to know about the design?
Design, you happy with it? I mean, attractive, unattractive.
I don't understand what the point of this bit here is. Really.
That bit, that's the ink window. Now you can, if you hold it up to the light, you can see the level of ink in there.
Why does a pen need to have an ink window? You shouldn't need to have a pen. You know when your pen's running out, because the pen's running out. You shouldn't have to have an ink window. Anyway, so does every pen have an ink window?
No.
So why does this pen have an ink window?
It's just part of the design.
Okay, all right. Well, I suppose if it has to have an ink window, then that's quite attractive, I suppose. Well, it's not attractive, is it? But it does the job. This bit I don't like at all because, see, I'll tell you why I don't like that. Because that doesn't mimic that. Really, what you should be doing is you should be trying to mimic that's straight.
It should be rounded.
Well, either that's rounded or that would need to be straight. That doesn't mimic that, does it?
For my viewers, my wife is a crochet designer.
Oh yeah, they don't know that. I design for a living, yeah.
So, pen manufacturers, if you want a designer for your fountain pens, give us a nod.
No, don't. I'm not working on it. Don't. But so you see my point? Like you would
yeah, I get you. I get you.
Something you would mimic, and that doesn't mimic it. Is exact opposite. And also, so like none of those three elements should somehow connect, and there's no connection there at all. So that's my number first. Also, I would recommend that this and this need to be the same colour. So is that the colour of the ink that's in there?
Yeah, that's the same. It's the ink that's in there, yeah.
Well, I suppose they can't help that then.
No.
Okay. So that's that. I quite like the way that they've What does that say?
Lamy.
Oh yeah, I quite like the way that they've put their name in there without actually. You could like when it's like that, you can't really see it, but when you go like that, you can see that. I quite like the way they've done that. So it's in there, but it kind of isn't. Kind of, yeah, I like that. Is that just a scratch or something?
Yeah.
The top. Oh, sorry, I'm coming off camera. Sorry. The top. What's that all about?
It's just the insert in the finial, black plastic insert.
What's a finial?
At the end. Could
they have designed that then? Could they choose design for that? Yeah. Is the hole in it for a safety issue? Like
No. It's just the way Lamy make their pens.
Why do fountain pens not have to have the holes in the top then, like Bic pens?
To be honest, there isn't actually a legal requirement for that.
Why though?
That was actually something that they brought in the 1980s, and I think, to be honest, a lot of people realise that they don't actually. It's not necessary.
No, a lot of people do put. I mean, I don't. I think it's disgusting, but a lot of people do chew the end, like the lid of their pen. Don't they?
Well, it's natural selection if they swallow it and die.
Okay, well, yeah. I don't see the point of that. Why don't they just have it black?
I must admit,
and probably that costs a lot of money to make that cross. So
yeah, a bit of machining and.
Yeah, but why don't they just have it black? I don't see the point of that.
Okay.
Right. Okay. What do I do now?
Okay. So yeah, it's a pull thing. Oh, this is going to be fun. Right. Okay. Do a writing sample. See what you think.
See, can I just tell you something? If I go back to my pen, that's nice and smooth and easy to hold. But this instantly has this. Like, sorry, I'm coming off camera. Sorry. It kind of has this weird. What's that all about?
Triangular indentations. It's to force your fingers into this sort of grip.
It doesn't do anything for the look of the pen at all. And again, going back to what I was saying from a design principle, this is smooth and round, and then you've got this weirdness here.
The Lamy weirdness.
I don't like that.
A lot of people don't like the triangular sections.
I suppose you could get used to the hold of it. You could get used to that, I suppose. Your fingers do kind of sit. Actually, I quite like the way that your fingers sit in that bit there. But I don't know. Right, so shall I write?
Yeah.
What, the same thing, the quick brown box? Ugh. Oh, I can't stand the scratchiness on the paper.
Now you see,
I don't think I can write the whole sentence.
Okay.
I've got to tell you something.
Go on.
It scratches on the paper.
How hard are you pressing down? You shouldn't be pressing down at all. Yeah,
but right, so you're writing, and then when you go at like the angle, so like when you go to write, so let me just do the K again. When you do that bit,
yeah,
you get that sideways scratch.
Okay.
And I don't like that. Yeah, I know, because I'm finding that I'm kind of writing, to get that to write, I'm having to kind of hold it on the side.
Okay.
And that, yeah, like that when you, like that, I'm having to hold it on the side, and it's not a smooth write, it's a scratchy kind of. What am I writing? The fox jumped over the lazy dog. Actually, my writing's not too bad with this pen. I'm quite surprised about that. And actually, if I just went a little bit lighter, I think probably I'm writing too heavy with it.
Yeah, I mean, fountain pens.
If you write lighter, the ink doesn't always come out on the first letter, does it?
No, you've got to make contact.
You really have to write lightly with that.
Yeah.
The harder you do that.
Yeah, I can see you've here where you started. You really kind of pressed down, and you shouldn't need to do that.
You have to actually go very light.
Yeah, and there's plenty of ink coming out.
If you go light, it isn't as scratchy. But then actually, that's not as scratchy if you go light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's not too bad.
It's the key to using fountain pens. They shouldn't require any real pressure to actually make contact with the paper.
What do you want to do now?
Just
posting thing.
No. Let's take it off here. Otherwise, this posting. Yes.
See, I know all about posting. I've heard about posting.
This video is going to go on forever.
It just means putting the cap on the end, but that doesn't post very well, look, because it doesn't go in. See, I know about posting.
Get your own fountain pen review
I don't want
channel.
my own fountain pen review channel. I have a life.
Don't say that on camera. Right, okay, next one. This is a Kaweco Sport pocket
Ew.
pen. Ooh, it's a cute little pen, and it's red. You like red?
Yeah, I do like red, but ew, it's a funny, straight, odd-looking thing, isn't it? See, for a start, that doesn't look like anything like a pen. If I just saw that somewhere, it could be a screwdriver or it could be anything. Oh.
Unscrew.
Well, it's just an odd-looking little thing, isn't it? Really. And what happens if you put that's red ink in there?
Yeah.
So supposing you've got green ink or an ink colour that doesn't go with the red cap.
Who would do such a thing?
Then it's going to look like a very odd pen. So
Yes.
No. I mean, you've put red ink in there, so that's
Obviously.
good. If you didn't put red ink in there, I don't know what this big, fat, funny old lid's all about.
Now you see, unscrew that. Now this pen, you will have to post it. So all you do is slide the...
Why will you have to post it?
Because it's tiny. Man, your hands are quite small, aren't they?
I've got long fingers.
You've got long fingers. Basically, it turns it into a more normal-sized pen.
So you want me to write with the posting?
Yes, yeah.
So you don't post all your pens?
No.
So don't you find you lose a lot of lids?
No, I always hold on to the lid. It's like a sort of something that I just do.
And what makes the difference in between a pen that you would post and a pen you wouldn't post?
I mean, this is a pocket pen. It's a small-sized pen. So the reason behind it is that you've got a small-sized pocket fountain pen that you post, and it becomes a normal size for writing with. So it's kind of a useful design feature.
This doesn't have as much drag as the last pen. Like when you go
Feedback.
when you do the
Yeah.
upward bit, it doesn't make that draggy noise.
Yeah.
But it still does drag.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do. You can press it down hard, or you can press it down soft, and you don't get the splodges like you did on that pen.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Did that pen cost a lot of money?
No, none of these.
Did that pen cost a lot of money?
No. Right, let's try.
None of these pens cost a lot of money that you're showing me.
Some of them can do, depending on where you get them from. Let's try this. Now, this will be an interesting one. This is a Noodler's Ahab.
I like this.
You like that?
A lot.
Okay, why do you like that a lot?
It's classy. Oh, I'll tell you something I don't like about it. It's light. And I don't like that. See, that pen has got a bit more weight to it. Not a lot, but a little bit more weight to it. But this one, I really like the look of it. But it's very, very light. So it looks like a classy pen. And then someone said, "Can I borrow your pen?" And you give it to them, and it's just it feels cheap then. So it looks classy and feels cheap.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like the colour. I like the the way they've done this bit here. I like this rim bit around here, and I like that. Yeah, I think that's a very very nice design pen,
Okay.
nice colour. But it feels cheap.
That's a Noodler's Ahab. Now, I do have a range of colours. I mean, I've done a video about a very in-depth review of the Noodler's Ahab in all the different colours. So do check that out. So unscrew the cap. Now, this is a steel flex nib fountain pen. So this one you can actually press down. You can write with it lightly.
Can I just say something? You know, I was saying earlier about how you got to, like, your designer's got to follow through. So if you look there, and then they followed it through the same principles there. Do you see?
What, the
way the shaping is the same.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I do get that.
Do you see?
Yeah.
So
This can you just move it that way a little bit? That way, yeah.
Yeah. So
basically, this slight indentation actually matches there.
Exactly, yeah. So it matches well. And if
there you go.
look,
No one ever noticed that.
And if when you put the lid back on, if you look, it's
oh,
there
yeah.
as well.
Blimey. We've learned something.
Yeah, I'm going really lightly there.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that might be the best one that we've written with
Right,
Yeah.
try pressing down a bit harder, just to see what you think of that.
Yeah, I couldn't write like if I had to write notes and things.
Yeah.
But just quickly if I had to write something, and it doesn't look whether I go light or press down or don't press down. There's no brown blobs like that.
Yeah.
That first pen, which was the blue pen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Lamy
it's a nice
All-Star.
pen to write with, but it's just a shame it feels so light.
Yeah.
It's a bit heavier.
Okay, that's interesting. It's interesting because the flex nib fountain pen can actually be a bit scratchy when you do start pressing down on them. Let's go with this one. This is one of my favourites, the Moonman M600S in teal, which is a Parker Duofold rip-off basically, and I love them. This has got a fine steel nib, so what do you think of that pen?
Again, really light. Feels cheap to hold.
Keep watching because you're gonna see what a heavy pen's like in a minute.
I like the design principles on it.
Yeah.
They've used good design principles. I don't particularly like the colours, but I think it's a very masculine pen. I think that would be a good pen for work.
Fair point.
I think if you were like in a board meeting or something and you took that pen, you'd be taken seriously even though it's a fountain pen.
What?
And I like that bit there.
Yeah, okay, so we've got the design on the clip and everything.
Yeah, not bad
yeah,
at all. But
okay.
Again, feels really light. That's the only thing. I think if you, well, I suppose it depends if you're shallow. If you want people to think you write with nice pens, then it's nice if you've got a heavier pen. I don't know if the heaviness makes any difference to when you're writing or not. Does a heavy pen?
Yeah, what you'll find is with one of the pens coming up is that they are very heavy pens, and some people really just
harder to write with.
Yeah, it crushes their hand basically as they write with it.
Oh, so these cheap tacky ones are easy to write with, are they?
Yeah, a lot of people, pen weight is important, and as my subscribers know, if you've seen my videos before, I don't bother putting weights down. If a pen has got something significant, it's extremely light or extremely heavy, I will do a weight, actually measure the weight on camera for you.
Can I say something about this? This first struck me here. You see how this bit here flares out?
Yeah.
Well, they should have done that on the end, shouldn't they?
Ah, right.
Should have just ever so slightly flared that bit out, like they have that, so it mimicked.
The reason for the section here flaring out is so that it is providing like a concave grip, so it's more comfortable to hold.
But actually, I don't find that more comfortable to hold because I hold it down there. Look, I'm holding it.
So you're holding it high. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't write like that. That's actually quite uncomfortable for me.
Oh, right.
Like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's much more comfortable for me then.
Yeah.
I would. Well, you'll see in a minute. I don't know where I'd naturally hold it, but it feels like I would go there.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, this isn't very good for look, even distribution. That's bad. Look, you've got a dot there. Got a
skip.
You got a what?
Skip, where basically it misses part of the line.
Yeah, that's a very uneven pen to write with. That reminds me when I was at school and you were given those pens to write with, and I don't
okay, fair enough. Now, this is something about the Moonman steel nibs. I have never been a massive fan of them. These pens typically come with fine nibs. You can get medium nibs from some sellers. I've even got Jinhao nibs in one or two of these pens, which is a bit of a weird one. And I'm not 100% happy with the nibs. They write well enough from my perspective, but I can see how, like my wife here, she isn't happy with that nib. And I think, good reason behind that. So let's try something which has... let's go with this one. This will be an interesting one. This is the Sheaffer. Hang on, let me get my notes because this has got a stupidly long name. Sheaffer Ferrari Scuderia 100 Rosso with a medium steel nib.
Well, it's heavier.
Yeah, metal pen.
Yeah, nice weight to it.
Yeah.
Nice colour.
I told you she likes red. I haven't got a Ferrari, by the way.
I like the design principles. Look, copied that principle, I like that. I like that. I like that little bit of detail in there. Not necessary, but it brings the red through. So that's a really nice little bit of detail. I really like that. Yes, that bit around there is just does his job. That's a bit of an odd thing. What is that?
That's the Ferrari logo.
I can't even see that. Oh yeah, I see it now. Oh, is this a Ferrari pen?
Yeah, it's a Ferrari branded Sheaffer pen.
So it's not made by Ferrari?
No, it's made for Ferrari. So it's like I suppose a corporate gift, that type of thing.
And does that, I haven't seen a Ferrari, does that replicate a design? See, would you know that was a Ferrari pen without looking at that top?
Without looking at the top, no, I'd just say it's a red and silver pen. But then again, I mean, you know,
maybe they should have put that Ferrari. What I would have done is put that Ferrari symbol, perhaps where that dot is.
Ah, no, you see, that's the Sheaffer white dot. That's their if you like, mark of quality. It basically represents that this pen is covered by the Sheaffer lifetime guarantee. So the white dot's a key element of Sheaffer's design principles.
Okay, so they've got to keep that.
They've got to keep that, but I must admit, it's not.
You're not really going to see
it doesn't scream out, "I am a Ferrari pen."
I wouldn't.
I suppose if it was like just pass me your ballpoint pen there. I mean, this is from a UK company. They're a consultancy firm called Make UK, and I attend their seminars twice a year, and they brand these pens. There we go, Make UK. So they're branded, whereas this is more of a...
But that's the whole point of Ferrari. The idea is that you know just from that thing there.
It's a Ferrari,
It's a Ferrari, so it's only and it only needs a little bit. They could have surely put that into the design somewhere.
Yeah, fair point.
More.
Okay.
Anyway, but it's as nice, it's a bit heavier, nice weight.
Okay. It's a pull-off lid. There we go. Whoa, hang on. No, let's not use this one. I think there's going to be ink all over the place now.
Why?
Did
I do that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What?
You're going to get ink all over your fingers. Let's. Could you hold it there? Don't hold any of the steel bit down there. Just do a little quick writing sample.
I can't really write that far back.
No, it's not going to work.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It's smooth. You don't get that noise.
No.
It's quiet to write with.
Yeah.
You don't get that noise. I'm holding the pen all the way down, halfway down. I can still write. And you don't get any like draggy noise. What am I supposed to be writing? Over the lazy dot.
Yeah.
And you don't get blobs of ink or nothing.
Yeah. So good quality.
Put this back on?
Yeah, please. Good quality writer. Nice pen. Review of this pen coming soon. The other pens I have already reviewed, but if it's one of my review, it's all right. Just rub it a bit and it'll be fine. You're one of us. You're one of us now. Shows you use fountain pens. No, it doesn't come off. You'll have to have a shower and wash your hair, and that'll get rid of it.
So this isn't coming off today?
It will do. So it will do sometime. Right, let's go with a cheap Japanese fountain pen, the Platinum Profoun.
Ooh, it's light as anything.
Very light
really,
pen.
Really light. The first thing that I'm drawn to is all this writing on this bit here. Made in Japan. Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. All that writing there, horrible. What does that say there?
Profoun. That's just the model name.
So what's all this stuff here?
That says 0.5. That's a medium platinum made in Japan.
Put that on the design. No.
Fair dues. Function over design, I guess. So just pull off the cap gently. Gently. What you hold on. What you can do is do this one-handed. You can hold it and just unclip it like that.
Oh, horrible.
Saving yourself some ink disasters.
No, don't like it.
No, ugly.
Ugly, horrible.
Ugly.
It's not even ugly. It's just horrible.
Okay. All right. Look,
how much did you pay for that?
£8.
£8 for that?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think you could probably get a pack of 50 Bics for that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't look like... no.
Right, go on. Give it a go writing. See what you think of the writing.
Am I still on the camera?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Funnily enough, it's really nice to write with.
Yeah, there you go. Quality Japanese nib. Quality steel Japanese nibs. Can't beat them. And this is what you pay for. I mean, it's basically a big biro fountain pen.
Dumps the ink.
Yeah. I must admit, this is
and you don't get any there.
Yeah, for a medium nib, this is a little bit on the juicy side, so you do have to go careful. A bit of a skip, yeah. I have had skipping on that sort of downward stroke with these pens. No, not to the Platinum Profoun. Surprising, but there we go. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one.
Ooh.
TWSBI Eco 2020 Special Edition
Yellow.
Yellow.
That reminds me of immediately. I don't know if you can still buy them, but you used to be able to buy them in the olden days. Those things you put on your steering wheel, so a steering wheel lock.
Oh right, yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah. Big ugly black and yellow things.
Yeah.
That's what my first opinion was.
Okay.
I really, really don't like it when they have the see-through bit there.
You don't like demonstrators?
Not at all, because if you put a colour in that doesn't contrast with the colour of the pen, that looks horrible.
Yeah.
So I don't like that.
So if
ink in there?
Yeah, there is ink in there. It's blue ink.
What, in that bit?
Really, yeah, in there.
Why not in that bit? What
this is the piston filling mechanism. That's the piston turning knob. Don't turn that. The ink's in there.
Turn that?
There'll be ink all over the shop. It'll come out of the nib and the feed.
Why don't you just use ink cartridges?
Because this is a piston filling fountain pen. It holds more ink than an ink cartridge, and you can fill it from a bottle of ink, any colour you like. So I've chosen a nice dark blue ink with this yellow.
But supposing, I can't imagine why, you would want to, let's say pink, doesn't go with yellow at all.
Okay.
Supposing you, for some reason, wanted pink ink.
Yeah. Well, you'd probably not put it in the yellow fountain pen. I mean, you could use a clear demonstrator.
You can't use. You see my point? If they just didn't
so the practicality of the yellow colour is a disadvantage.
They should have had. If they were going to do, they should have had that black, and then you can put any colour in there.
You can get different colours of these pens.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't like that at all.
No.
Maybe it's just a girl thing, but it's ugly, and it looks plastic and cheap and horrible. No, I don't like it.
All right.
And I'll tell you something else. This bit here, where they have the gap in the clip, where they have the gap like that showing the colour through, I quite like that. I think that looks nice. But the problem with this pen is you don't see any of that because you can't get past all this ugliness here. If this was just plain, if this was just like that, yellow, then that's, you can see the design much clearer. So that you what's this, a hexagon shape?
Yeah.
So you'd be a hexagon pen, bright yellow with that clip there. That would actually, the big bulkiness of it and the yellowness of it isn't very attractive. But do you see what I mean? The pen would look so much nicer if that was all yellow, and then you would see, the first thing you would see is it's a hexagon design, which is quite unusual from what I've seen. But you see all this ugliness. Okay,
so if you like, I can see where you're coming from, because it does look quite industrial design.
That's the word. Yeah.
You've got a mechanism, you've got the ink reservoir in the barrel, the hexagon stuff going on the cap and the piston turning knob. So I mean, there are a lot of industrial type elements there, which I can.
But the hexagon is quite a nice design.
Yeah.
If that was the first thing you saw.
So if this was a solid colour, so if the whole pen was yellow, fair enough.
Like I said, you sort of lose that. Now, why is that red? What's that got to do with anything?
Yeah, it annoys me too. TWSBI always inserts in the Eco and the Eco T a red plastic TWSBI logo. And it's always red, and it always mismatches the pen.
See, there is a reason to not have your logo. If you're going to make things that are different colours and you're going to put your logo on it, have your logo in black or grey or something that
neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unscrew. Okay.
Post?
No, don't bother. Don't bother.
Oh, it just gets. Oh, it's really ugly, isn't it? Even you must think that.
I like industrial design, so for me, I really like that.
Maybe some man.
I mean, I love the TWSBI Go, and I think it's probably one of the ugliest fountain pens there is.
What?
Go on.
Right.
The Quick Brown Fox, give it a go, yeah.
Oh, nasty.
Oh, no, don't like that.
Oh, nasty. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, no.
That's
Dear.
horrid. Oh my God. That actually makes my teeth go all, when that scratches on the paper like that, makes my teeth go all funny. Quick brown. Oh, that's.
Dear.
Listen to it. Can you hear that?
Okay, so I think, viewers, we're kind of getting to the point. I think that this is a really nice smooth nib in this particular TWSBI Eco. And can I just have a go, just see?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just give it a quick. There's feedback, definitely. There is.
Yeah, but you can hear it, and that much you can't. Isn't that making your teeth go funny?
No, I think the trouble is I'm used to it, and I quite like the feedback with this pen. I don't find it scratchy. It is feedback, but obviously to a non-fountain pen user, you're going to notice that a lot more. So, oh dear, the TWSBI nibs didn't get a good response there.
TWSBI nibs good then?
Hit and miss. In general, they're good, but I've had one or two which are really quite bad.
Are they expensive?
No, they're not. They're from Taiwan, quite affordable pens, usually about 20 quid, 30 quid, something like that.
Oh, this is a nice pen.
Ah, now, there we go. Pen BBS.
No, hang on.
Oh, what? You don't like it now?
Well, is it see-through, isn't it?
It's a bit of both. It's translucent, but it has chatoyancy. So this is the Pen BBS.
What does chatoyancy mean?
Shininess, like mother of pearl, that type of thing. You know, it reflects the light.
Well, okay, I'll tell you something. From a distance, it looked like quite a really nice, classy pen.
Okay.
Then close up, you can sort of see inside of it. And
so you don't like that? I mean, you can get these in all sorts of different colours, including solid colours.
It's quite nice, but what I will say is, like there, I can see there's a clunk of metal inside.
Yeah.
So I think they should either have done it or not have done it. They should have done it so you can't see the inside bit, because you can see that
so it should have been
bit,
either a demonstrator, which is completely transparent, you could see through,
or what they should have done was
make
a better version
opaque
of this.
acrylic.
That's nice. That's
nice. I love this pen.
That's nice. I love the matching ends. That all sits nicely. I like this, the way
the clip.
It's raised. That's very nice, very classy. I like that. It's tiny little details that make things lovely. So the way that they've done that.
Okay, so the pen BBS 308's looking like it could be a very nice design, and it is one of my favourite pens.
It is, and I mean, this is nice. What's that on there? Is that writing of what the pen is or something?
Pen BBS, yeah.
Again, I like the way that they've put their logo. Is that their logo?
I think, it's got Pen BBS just.
So I like the way they've put that in there without actually you being able to see it take away from the design too much. I think that's it. Yeah, it's nice. It looks like a very nice pen. Again, though. Light.
Yeah, it is a light pen. Unscrew.
Yeah, see, again, I mean, it's gone sort of see-through. If that was more like that, imagine if this was like that, that would be a very nice pen.
Okay, so the translucency takes away from the...
That is, I can see with this pen that if you're, are into this type of thing, that's informative for you. You can see how much ink you've got. You can see what's going on. With this pen, you can't see what's going on, but you can sort of see the insides. So
it's
pointless.
It's not, what is it? Arthur and Martha.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't know what it's doing.
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Give this one a go as well. Writing.
Okay. Do I not post this one?
I don't bother personally. So we've got a fine steel nib in this pen.
Oh yeah, that's lovely to write with.
Yeah, good nib.
Yeah, that's really nice to write with. Look, there's no, what's it called when it does lumps of ink?
Well, line variation.
Yeah, that's smooth. It's quiet. Doesn't drag on the paper.
So we've got a fine steel nib, which actually doesn't have very much feedback. It is
very
smooth.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah, you like
nice,
that, don't you? I thought you would.
Mm.
It's funny. I actually, I've got one or two more expensive pens here, which, to be honest, do write really, really well. But then you come back to this particular pen with this nib, and actually, it's a really, really nice writer. Which a very firm favourite of mine. Right. Okay. Let's get into something a bit different. Let's talk about this thing. You're gonna hate this.
Yeah.
It's a Mont Blanc, but it's a vintage one. This is the Mont Blanc Turbo.
When's it made then? When's it from?
1970s, I believe.
Yeah, it's light.
Metal pen, by the way.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it's not your sort of thing, is it? It's right up my street.
What on earth is that end thing going on about?
That's the Mont Blanc logo. You just upset all the Mont Blanc fans now.
No, I don't like that at all. I think and the other thing is, and I don't keep going on about it, but there's a dot there and a rectangle there with no connection. I mean, it just no. How does the flip come off?
Just pull off.
Why are they so hard to pull off?
They're not. Yeah, there you go. It's easy, you see.
Oh, I broke it.
What? What have you done? Oh, what? Oh no! What? Oh, what have you done? How'd that happen? Oh no!
You shouldn't be able to break a pen just by trying to get this stupid lid off.
Oh.
What have I done?
It sheared off. You broke me Mont Blanc. Oh, okay. So viewers, there we go. That's what a Mont Blanc looks like when the cap line shears off the thing. Oh, no.
Can you fix that?
No. Oh well. Oh, that was my treasured new one and only Mont Blanc. Straight in the bin.
Sorry.
Oh.
Well, but can we just go back to the point? Like, if you can break a pen like that just because you took the lid off wrong.
Not good. Okay, it's all right. You're seeing this as it is. It's real. This is what I'm having to deal with. Maybe don't try to penable people. How did you manage to break it?
I was just getting the lid off the way you told me to.
Okay, let's give you a metal pen.
I don't think I did break that.
It was all right before.
You can't break a pen in half by taking the lid off.
I'll have to have a look at that and see.
Seriously, you can't break a pen in half by look. It's broken in half.
It's in two.
I did not do that just by taking the lid off. You can't tell me I broke a pen in half by taking the lid off.
No,
I think it was broken before.
I suspect there must have been a weak point there. I'm gonna see what I can do about that.
Yeah, but seriously, you can't break a pen. Seriously, you can't break a pen by taking the lid off. Can you?
Well, you shouldn't be able to. Anyway,
well, you can't.
let's go with something which I don't think you'll be able to break.
I didn't break it.
It's all right. Carry on.
A lid. This is a rubbish video now, isn't it? Well, that's nice and heavy.
Yeah. Namisu Nova made out of copper.
Very nice and
heavy. It's a very heavy pen.
Yeah, very nice and heavy.
Yeah, unscrew cap.
I don't know what I think of this really. I like the colour and I like the sort of, it's not a pattern but the way they've done that. I like the colour. It's just very different because it hasn't got the clip. It's nice. Yeah. It's different. It's unusual and it's different and it's very heavy. And I like that top bit. It's the only one that I've liked the top bit. I mean, there's something stupid on it. You're upset about your pen, aren't you?
I am a bit, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's all right. It's all right. Let's move on. Let's move on.
I am sorry if I broke it.
It's all right. It's okay.
I don't believe I did.
It's all right. Honestly.
How can I snap it in half?
I'm
not like Wonder Woman or something.
You haven't met me wife, viewers.
Thinking logically, I could not snap it in half, could I?
No.
I don't know why I'm talking quietly if you're going to put the video out.
It's going out.
Anyway, I like the top bit.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, move on.
How do I take the stupid lid off then? Let's not risk that one again.
Let's not. There we go. Right. You're probably going to hate this nib.
It's very heavy, actually, to write with.
Yeah.
And it's very thick.
Yeah. Yeah, so
it's all down to the nib, really.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still on the camera?
Just a bit. There we go.
Yeah, as you write, the weight of the pen almost takes you forward, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this is where you do need to find that balance of getting the right pen for you with the weight. And light pens, obviously, if you've got a light pen, it's going to be all right for most people. This pen, because it is so incredibly heavy.
But it has a nice nib.
You like the nib? I'm surprised at that. I'd have thought you'd have found that extra fine nib quite scratchy.
No, it's not, because if you listen.
Yeah, it's very quiet.
It's quite compared to the others. And you don't get that, I don't know what you call it, but
feedback. Yeah.
You don't get the feedback. It's all even. Like you can rely on it. Yeah. And you don't get that noise when you do a draggy noise thing.
Yeah.
It's a very nice pen to write with. It's just very heavy. I don't know if you could write with it for a long time.
No. I think this is the problem with these heavier metal pens. They can be quite difficult to write with. Right. Same thing of metal pens. What do you think of that?
Yeah, nice weight.
Yeah, Lamy 2000 stainless steel version.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the one we just had, but it's got a clip. But I would say I don't think the shape of that clip has any correspondence to anything else. Doesn't. I just don't know if I think that clip goes very well, really. Colour is what it is. It's kind of is what it is.
Stainless steel.
Yeah. That thing, the end bit, top bit, whatever you call it, is quite nice. Yeah. You take the lid off.
I'll take the lid off. Right. There you go.
Can I just say something? What you just did there when you went like that, it's all I did.
Yeah, it's all right. Let it go, I have.
Oh, this is a funny little nib.
Yeah, semi-hooded gold nib on this pen. Yeah, get another bit of paper.
Now, I'll tell you, I'm surprised. I was expecting to turn it over and there'd be ink all coming through. And there isn't, so.
No. Good quality paper. I will be doing a review of these, this particular
tiny little
paper.
Niblet.
Yeah, this is a fine nib.
Nice, right, at all.
You may not like this, but you might do. It's quite a soft gold nib, so.
First of all, look, it didn't straight away start writing.
No.
Because, like, you know how if you get, like,
I haven't primed any of these pens, by the way. These have been sitting, waiting to be used for a couple of days. So, yeah, I mean, there will be the odd hard start. But to be honest, I wouldn't have considered that to be a bad thing.
What's this here? Is that leaking ink all over?
Yes.
That's not very nice.
No, I must admit, I'm not happy with the way that Lamy 2000s do tend to do that. And it shows up even worse on the stainless steel version. Black version, you don't notice it. So I think this is a bit of an issue.
Can I say something? If you get a pen like this, like my normal pen, and you go to write with it and it doesn't start, you can just do that and it gets it going and it's fine. I can't imagine you're going to want me doing that with this nib.
No, please don't.
No, I won't. You see the point?
Yeah.
What am I writing? The lazy brown fox? What?
The quick brown fox. Just
See again, look, it isn't.
Yeah.
No, it's noisy. You get that drag thing, and look at it missed 2 of the first letters.
Okay, so we've got hard starts.
You put the lid back on.
I'll put the lid back on. You seem more upset than I do.
Well, I just don't think I snapped it in half. It doesn't make any common logical sense.
Right. Let's try. We'll go with another.
How many more have we got to do?
3. 3 more pens to go.
Go on then.
Right. Let's have a look at this one. So, Platinum 3776.
Cheap, light.
Cheap, light and tacky. You heard it here first.
design prints. Haven't we already had one like this?
Well, similar, but you know.
Can I say something? You've yet to give me a pen that's a different design. They're all very copycat, aren't they? You sure?
Oh, there's one. There's two coming up.
Like this? Yeah, that one, isn't it?
Pen BBS 3.
I thought we had another one that was very similar. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the design principles are good, but I mean, like this little ring around here. I mean, that's so old. Everyone was doing that years ago. Is this a new pen or an old pen?
Well, it's actually a new pen, but it's been the design's been around for a long time.
Not a lot of thought really gone into it. Well,
okay, fair enough.
But can I say something that amazes me?
Yeah.
You are the clumsiest person I've ever met in my life. And how you don't snap all these pens in half is beyond me. I mean, you must be what? At least 4 times stronger than me. And clumsy. I'm not clumsy. And just normal strength. And how do you not snap them all in half?
Because I'm careful.
But why can't you be more careful when you're walking around the house?
Let's carry on with the video. Jesus.
No, but you see my point. But do you see the
Just do the right example. Bloody.
The quick brown fox. What does the quick brown fox do?
Jumps over the lazy dog.
Well, look, nothing.
Okay, well,
nothing.
you've had it on cat for a minute, so do you want to? I'll tell you what.
No, let's not hang on a minute. So this doesn't work if you have it on cat.
Yeah, fountain pens in general. If you leave them on cat for too long, they stop writing. The ink dries up.
How do you get them back writing then?
I'll just take it off camera, go over here, and just get it writing again. There we go. So it's back writing.
That's ridiculous.
This isn't selling it to you, is it?
No.
This isn't converting you into fountain pens at all.
I thinking fountain pens are good to start with. This is getting worse. Let's not have that pen. That's rubbish.
Oh dear. Okay, so you don't even want to try using that one. It's interesting. Blimey. Platinum 3776 didn't even get a trial. Let me just uncap this and just give it a quick test to make sure it's going to write. No, it isn't going to write because I haven't used this pen for a few days. No, you can't test it. That's not fair. That's not true real life. Give it back. You can't be testing it first. No, don't do that. No. Well, it's not writing at all.
Then, is it?
All right, fair enough. Well, shall we not? We'll not use. Oh, okay. All right.
Didn't get a test first.
Fair enough. Okay. Diplomat Aero in blue.
Nice weight. Yep, very nice weight. Can I just say something? My hands are covered in ink.
Where?
There.
Covered in ink? That's nothing. Look at mine. Look at mine.
It's not very professional, is it? Right, okay, so nice weight.
Yeah.
What does that say?
Diplomat.
Is that the name of the pen?
Name of the company, the manufacturer.
Yeah, that's nicely put there.
Yeah.
I quite like this pen actually. I like the way it has this. This is different. You know, I've been saying everything's the same.
Yeah.
This is different. It's a nice kind of indented bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't really like blue, but I think that's a very nice shade of blue.
Mm.
I really like how they've put this dull shade of blue with the dull kind of.
Yeah. So it's all like matte.
They haven't exactly. Yeah. Exactly. If that was like dull and that was matte, if that was dull and that was shiny, that's very well designed. I like that a lot. I like how that and that match. I can't see that because of the light. What is that? Is that their logo or something?
No, I think it's just a domed finial up there. There's nothing on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't offend me.
No.
Take the lid off.
Okay, take the lid off. And this probably isn't going to write because I haven't used it for a few days.
It's quite thick to hold. It's a cracking pen, this one.
Now, this is usually an excellent pen. It's just that it needs priming.
What does the fox do?
Jumps over a lazy dog.
Yeah, absolutely superb.
Yeah, this isn't the usual experience you get with the Diplomat Aero. They're in my view, excellent pens.
Look at that. Standard, classy.
Yeah, I need to get this one going. Let me just prime the feed a little bit because this pen has been sitting around unused for a few days, and it is also using.
That's a fair review if you mess around with it and then asked me to write with it.
No, it isn't.
The point is, you gave it to me to write with, and I couldn't write with it. That's the end of the review.
Yeah, didn't write first time.
No, whereas all the others did. We didn't do that to the other pens.
You don't want to write with this.
No, because you didn't. No, you didn't do that with all the other pens, so it's not a fair review.
Okay,
With it,
right, all right, okay, right. Last pen. Let's talk about this last pen because this is very, very different. There you go.
Yeah, a little bit more weight to it, quite nice.
Pilot Vanishing Point, or Namiki, as it's called in the UK.
I quite like all the black. Actually, yeah,
stealth
I like the
stealth black design.
What's this bit? This the end.
This is it. You see, push it.
Oh, well, I'm not
no.
That.
In fact, no. I'll do it. Okay, so this is.
It's like a pencil.
Yeah. Well, not a retractable ballpoint. So.
It's like a fancy version of this.
Yeah.
That's quite different for a fountain pen.
It is, isn't it?
I quite like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes fountain pens to a bit more, slightly more modern.
Yes.
Era. Yeah, I like that. And that means also you haven't got the whole business of. So there's two good things here. You haven't got the issues of taking the lid off and snapping the pen in half.
No.
You haven't got the issue of taking the lid off and losing the lid.
Yeah.
You haven't got to worry about posting.
Yeah.
And you haven't got to worry about the ink drying up because it won't have been out.
Yeah.
So that's very practical.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like this ring here, this rim bit here.
Yeah.
Let's see what it's like to write with. It's a very. Where's the camera gone there? There's a little very little nib.
Yeah, so the nibs on these, they are very, very small.
Oh, big blob of ink.
It's a broad nib, so this is going to chuck down.
There's a lot of ink spillage coming out.
It's a very wet, broad nib.
Oh,
Tiny nib.
It's nice and quiet.
Yeah, good smooth nib.
Actually, it got a bit noisier, didn't it, as we went on?
Did it?
Yeah, got a little bit noisy, a little bit more drag. But, so all not too bad, but you can see big blobs. Imagine if that is... If you had to write in a book. I just don't...
Yeah. Not your sort of thing.
Well, it's not my sort of thing. It shouldn't be anybody's sort of thing because it's not... If you're writing, supposing you're writing on something and then you needed to turn that page, you're going to have a big blob of ink because that left two blobs of ink.
Yeah.
And they might have even gone through.
No, it didn't bleed through. No.
Do you know what I mean? It's just not very practical.
Yeah, broad nibs they're an acquired taste. I like them.
Yeah. For me, so I'll be writing down something and then writing something down when I'm working on a design, write it down, and then my pattern book literally gets lobbed somewhere, like just chucked next to me.
And there'd be ink smeared all over the place. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And as for this pen here, I mean, that wouldn't even write anything in the first place.
No. Right, well that's all the pens.
We're going to get divorced now.
Yeah.
I don't know if snapping his pen in half is too far.
The rest of the lockdown is going to be absolutely joyous. I'm going out for a long walk.
Wait, could you please just pass me that pen that I broke, supposedly? I just want to show
don't
people.
know. Just.
I'm not going to touch it.
Just careful because there might be ink everywhere.
Right, I am a lady. I'm 5'2". And of slender build. Do you believe...
Mean as you like.
I'm not as mean as you like. And do you believe that it was possible for me to snap that pen in half just simply by taking the cap off? If you could please put your messages in the comments of supporting me and telling my husband that I could not possibly have done that the pen must have been broken before, I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
And viewers, please can I have your sympathy and condolences for my Mont Blanc pen. It would be appreciated. Book of Remembrance, sign it below, please.
Or could you please write to the people that make it and tell it to make it better so it doesn't snap in half just because you take the lid off? Thank you.
So, do you think you've actually been converted to fountain pens?
I have no idea why you spend all your spare time on this. I just don't understand it at all.
Remember, these are fountain pen fans who are watching this video, so try not to offend the internet.
I think you should all learn to crochet.
No.
Crochet is much better.
I tried it, couldn't do it. It's just impossible.
No, it's not impossible.
My wife swore her head off for 2 years learning how to crochet.
Yeah, but now I'm brilliant.
She is. If you're interested, head on over to Woolly Flowers shop on Etsy. There you go. There's your free plug.
That's a shameless plug. You don't. Although, if you do crochet, I do actually sell. That's what I do. So if you want to crochet something or knit something, you have to buy the pattern to do that. I design those patterns and write them. But let's not go down that road. My point being that I thought that the different colours of the pens and the different inks you can get, I sort of thought that was the interest of it, really. I'm just a bit I'm confused, really. I think why I'm confused is because obviously I have a passion for yarn. All different colour can't, there's the colour of the yarn and the texture of the yarn. But that is because that means I can turn them into something beautiful. But what confuses me with the fountain pens is, okay, so you've got a pen that you might genuinely like the design of and the colour of the ink, but it's not actually functional. I mean, that's the bit I struggle with. If you like Rob, you never see him write with anything else. He only ever writes with them. And I just don't understand how that works, because from where I'm standing, it's very hard to write with them.
Maybe it's just a skill, a bit like crochet, that,
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, maybe,
it is something, because you don't knit at all. You can't knit.
I can knit.
You can knit, but you don't.
No, only because it really hurts my shoulders.
Yeah. So I think it is down to personal preference, and I don't think that you can just simply hand anybody. I mean, we've gone through however many fountain pens today, different styles, different types, different nib widths, different smoothnesses of the nibs.
What is it you actually like then? The thing that
I like the variety.
Like writing, don't you?
I love writing. I enjoy writing. I find it very therapeutic and, just useful to
do the pens
keep records.
add anything to your writing?
Yes. I mean, I use different colours for different notes. If I'm doing journaling to plan my day, I do.
Okay, so is it so you like the different colours?
Yeah.
Different parts of what you're writing.
Yeah.
Does the pen you're using actually make any difference, or could you just buy a packet of Bic different coloured pens and achieve the same?
If I used these things,
yeah,
I wouldn't write. I wouldn't journal. I just wouldn't do it. I don't find any interest in it. I like the choice of different styles, the different colours of inks, the different nib widths. Because some days I might think, oh, I'm happy using an extra fine nib, and some days no, I want something broad, or even a flex nib. I want something that's going to be, I feel the need to express myself.
Similar to, that's kind of similar to crochet, because I can use different size hooks. So if I'm starting on a design, I can I decide what size hook I want, depending on the thickness or the thinness of the design. So that's kind of, I didn't mean, that makes sense. That's kind of similar.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Do you like all the filling them up and all
the
that?
Different, yeah. I mean, I must admit, do you
like the mechanics of it?
I like the engineering and everything. I mean, these things, if this runs out, you throw it in the bin and pick up another one, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, would you ever, if you had a really nice, I don't know, say for example, just use Parker as an example. If you had one of these, a Parker pen, would you buy refills for it if it was a nice pen that you enjoyed using?
I do. Well, no. I tell you what, no, because although right now I really enjoy writing with those pens, and whenever I write anything, I always go for those pens. And if I'm writing a note to somebody or something like that, I go for those pens because my writing is nicer with them. And I think we've got about 5 of them at the moment. But I know that when they've all run out, I'll find another pen that I can write with just as nicely.
So it's just disposable pens that, is this type. I mean, you prefer ballpoints over gel pens, don't you?
I don't like gel pens at all. Gel pens to me are the same as fountain pens.
Wet, scratchy,
blobby, can't rely on them.
Okay. No. You see, I've always preferred gel pens over ballpoints, and
all that business about you have to dry the paper, but no. I don't know. Maybe you have more time on your hands than
me. More patience. That's what it is.
If I've got to write, I want to write it and go. I don't want to have to flap the paper around to dry it and see if there's blobs and put the ink in it first. I don't know. No,
it's too much messing for you, isn't it? And I can understand why a lot of people wouldn't particularly like that.
Thing.
Possibly is.
More men.
Maybe it's a bit like, I don't know, getting a pipe and filling it with tobacco and then cleaning it out. It takes you about half an hour to mess around with, and
maybe that's it. Maybe it's the
faffing.
The faffing and the mechanics of it and all that.
Tinkering with an old car.
Be interesting to hear in the comments from ladies that Do ladies have fountain pens?
Yes, ladies do. I mean, there's quite a few of my subscribers who.
I'd be really interested to know if the ladies do it for like the colour inks and the designs and the colour of the pens, or is it the mechanics of it as well that you enjoy?
Yeah. Please do leave a comment down below. I know, Chris, you tend to use a lot of really lovely colours.
This video's an hour long.
I know. Let's.
If you're still watching at this point.
If you're still watching, you just watched because you wanted to see the fight. You wanted to see how this developed.
Oh,
here we go. Rumble. Okay, so well, shall we call it a day? Because I think we've discussed it.
Yeah. People have lives.
Yes, yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks to my wife as well for helping me through this. That's all right. That's okay.
All right. Bye.
All right. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye.